I remember it took me about 3 months to get about 10,000 followers on Facebook using some of my strategies. And then what I did was, when I ran my campaign, my first successful campaign generated about $882, right? I made that from a single campaign in a day, and that was my first breakthrough. Right? But then I realized something. It's not really, the money is not really in the list. It's not really in the email list. It's not there. The money is in the relationship you have with your list. Right? Would you agree to that? The money is in the relationship you have with the list.
Yes, not the list. Because you could get, like I've tried to tell a couple of other people that have asked Kareem and I about this, you could have an email marketing campaign. You're trying to, let's say you're trying to sell soap to somebody, for example, and you're sitting there and you're building a list of 100,000 people on your email list, and you keep sending them emails, hoping somebody takes the bait and buys your soap. Well, that's not going to happen, because the only people that are going to be in business with you are those that you've established a connection and a relationship with.
That's correct. Completely agree with you there. So now I had to drill down even deeper. I said, okay, wait a minute. If the money is not really in the list, it's in the relationship with the list. Because for me to come down to this conclusion was, there were people who have a list of about 5,000, and they're like, no, I have a small list. Only 5,000 people, right? Now from my 10,000 following, what I did is I segmented my list. And I segmented it down to 6,000 people who really loved my stuff. So out of the 10,000, I engaged with my followers, and I dropped the list down to 6,000 people who really loved my stuff. And then I started to engage with these people. And when I ran a launch, I was generating really good revenue from it. And there were people who were running email marketing campaigns, and they're like, oh, I have a small list of 5,000 people. I'm like, okay, I don't even have their email addresses. I've got these people on a Facebook group, right? Segmented on a Facebook group, which are only 6,000 people. But it's more than enough, man. I mean, I'm generating really good money from it, So I realized that it's the relationship. The better you engage the people, the more money you're more likely to make from it. So if we look at it like this, I had to drill down even deeper. I drilled down even deeper, and I said, okay, so how do you establish relationship? And it comes down to trust. You need people to trust you. Right? And there are four things that I normally say can help to establish trust. And the first one is a common anchor. I call this common anchor. And what that means is, if let's assume for an example, you jump on a plane and you go visit Australia. When you land in Australia, you find somebody who is from your hometown, right? Are you more likely to trust that person with your luggage, or to trust somebody from Australia? Does it make sense? So just because you come from the same hometown, your mind says, I can trust this guy. So I call this a common anchor strategy, which I use a lot to say, hey, you know what? We're in the same boat. We're together, right? There's nothing different. And then people just learn to trust you from that point. The next one is proof of success. People like to see proof. If you show them that, if you show them proof that you can do what you promise you can do, people just trust you. People love seeing proof.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. Absolutely. And that's kind of where we ran into issues with the Entrepreneur Power Hour, and why we've had to form an actual business foundation and a structure, because we couldn't exactly tell people what we were doing and what we wanted to specialize in, and we didn't have a unique business plan and what separates us from our competitors. I mean, that's all social proof and authority. And we didn't have that at first, and now Sean and you have been helping us with that. So I can definitely agree with what you're saying, 100%.
And it's absolutely crazy, because I've got a friend of mine. His name is Kevin, very good friend of mine, and he used to get his clients from Fiverr a while back. Right now, all his clients are referrals, because he does some really good job. So he's got proof, right? He has built so much proof, built great relationship with his clients, and 90% of his clients he gets from referrals. 90% with zero advertising, right? It's crazy. So proof is very important. The next thing is great value. Now, if you offer great value upfront, you don't even have to charge for it. But if you offer great value upfront, people trust you. Does it make sense? Could I get somebody to say?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know why everybody's so quiet. Yeah, no, it makes complete sense. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think everyone else is multitasking. I know Sean's not, but I think the other three of those monkeys are multitasking or something. Quit multitasking, guys!
So if you offer great value up front, and you tell people, you know what, okay, I don't want anything, but I'm here to help you, give you great value. People trust you.
Yes.
Right? And it's a great way to get started, get people to give free great value to people, and that actually helps them. Now, the last one is make a promise, right? People like to know where they're going. If you can give people great content, you can show people proof, but people need to know. It's like people just want to see a compass. They want to know where they're going. And that's what a promise is. A promise gives people a sense of direction. You say, okay, we know what this guy's going to do for us. When you make a promise, that's what you give to people. And these are the 4 things that help establish trust. And whenever I write my copy, whenever I build my businesses, I always look at this. Right? So now, based on these factors, I went on to build a product called Set Video, right? And what this product is, it uses video to help you build business. And I'm using the same thing that I did, Facebook. The only difference here is going to be video. The same kind of approach that I used for Facebook, to take an audience, segment it, right, and have a list of people that you offer value, right, and be able to generate money from them over and over again, because these people trust you. These people get to learn from you. Same principles are going to be embedded in the software. Right? There's going to be training together with the software. There will be training that I'm going to be providing. Right? Okay. So that's what I just wanted to share with you about. The launch is going to be on the 4th of September. That's the launch, right?
Cool.
4th of September. I'm going to be taking 10 people.
Right
10
on.
people are going to be coming on board as beta testers, just to test the product.
Well, you can sign us up, bro. You can sign us up. So you only need 8. You have me and Kareem. You only need 8 now.
Right. The 8 people are going to get access to the software. They're going to get access to my training, and they will have an opportunity to give reviews, what they think about the training and what they think about the software. But the software goes together with the training. There's so much of functionality in the software because I took into consideration that things like, for an example, webinars are things that are very, very effective, right? So the product is also capable of doing webinars using the Google Hangout plugin, right? The software also has capabilities of cloning YouTube channels, right? So you've got a YouTube channel, right? You want to build this authority private set video channel, right? You just copy the address, punch it in there, press one button, and you leave it. You're gonna get an email after 6 hours, says, hey, your channel is ready, right? You basically cloned it, right? So there's so much of functionality inside of the software. It's absolutely crazy, right? And the other thing is we're integrating with Dropbox, GetResponse, SendGrid, Aweber, with a lot of popular autoresponders, right? And
looks like we lost them.
I'm gonna be releasing I'm first gonna be releasing the training.
Okay.
And after releasing the training, I'm gonna be releasing the software on the 4th, right? And all the 10 beta members are gonna get access to it, basically for free, right? Awesome. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Any feedback? Anybody has some feedback on what I had to share there?
Can't hear you.
Yeah,
yes, because I muted my microphone because you said you heard background noise.
Okay, it's fine now.
Okay.
Everything is back to me.
Yeah, go ahead and chime in. I can't wait to beta test this. But yeah, guys, go ahead. Talk to Isaac. How come nobody's chiming in?
It's like YouTube.
Go ahead, Sean.
It's kind of like YouTube, right? Isaac.
Yeah.
And how is it different from YouTube?
It's a private channel solution. The only difference now here is you're going to own all the email addresses. When people subscribe, right, they enter their email addresses. You own all the email addresses, right? We're also going to have a smart way of communicating. So you're not going to really, if you want to set it on autopilot, every time you produce content, right, it's going to go out there and share the content with the people. But the nice thing about this is because we all know that the internet is content runs the entire internet. So if you produce valuable content, you stay more relevant than anybody else out there who is just out there to just send people emails. You get what I'm saying? Because you're producing valuable content. So we're using that, we're tapping into that psychology of getting people to get used to specific routines as well. Right? Sean, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. So there's a lot of marketing psychology built into the software to help give our clients an edge, right? A lot of marketing psychology built into the software.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So you won't have to send emails yourself. You can set it on autopilot, and the software is going to send emails for you and help you to build that relationship, right? The only thing you do is develop content all the time. Develop that content.
Makes sense. Very cool. Kareem, are you there?